Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. You already know what it is. Rack room.
Rookie, I'm a vet. Cashing out a check. Barely break
We in
a
the
sweat.
building.
Nike on the
I'm your
sweat.
boy, Mouse
I know
Wayne.
that you're impressed. And I ain't even.
You already know who on the ones and twos in the background. Geppetto, Ock the Wizard. What's happening, y'all?
What's up?
Finals is over. We have a new champion.
Western Conference held it down again. OKC Thunder.
7 years, 7 different champions.
Fire. A little bit of
parody.
A lot of bit of parody, right? Not
parody.
A lot of bit of parody. Dope shit, man. Man swept all the regular season awards, all the regular season and postseason awards.
MVP.
Scoring title.
Finals MVP.
Western Conference player of the playoffs. Like I said, that's kind of a weird thing, but you know.
He did a lot, bro. He was a
MVP.
defensive stalwart as well. Had a lot of steals all season. He did everything he's supposed to. His team was dominant. It wasn't just him, and he was the leader of that. Success was like shadow of a doubt. Like ain't no y'all would have lost if none of that. None of that conversation was there.
A real team situation.
You know what I mean? The only what if is Halliburton getting hurt. Outside of that, there is no what if to think of in this whole situation. You feel me? They dominated front to back.
Yeah. And from the regular season dominated.
That's what I'm saying. Front to back.
In the Western Conference dominated.
Front to back. You know what I'm saying? Number 1 seed all season almost.
You gotta pay homage for real. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Congrats to these dudes. With that being said, the season is over. We into the off season. You got trades, you got signings, you got drafts.
A lot going on.
What you most excited about that occurred? Did you like anything specific that happened to draft? Ace Bailey fell.
Yeah. Listen, I watched Ace Bailey play live. Him and Dylan Harper at Rutgers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out my guy Scuba Steve. We made a play. You know what I'm saying? All highlights for real. I think Dylan Harper had a first triple double in Rutgers in history or something like that.
Okay.
A triple double, and Ace Bailey was catching threes. Like he looked like a superstar player, even though you're playing against inferior talent. But he looked like what you should look like.
Only American player that did not make one meeting with any team at all.
Hey man, look, a top 5 player in the draft is as such.
Told certain teams, if you're the top 5, don't draft me.
Man, the Sixers felt and took the bait. They took the bait.
But
Danny Ainge said, "I'll up one y'all one more time."
That's the
up the score.
So yeah, he goes number 5.
You know what I'm saying? And for real, they got a lot of picks coming in. Not to the extent that OKC does have, but they're like close. They're almost on par. They got to get more talent developed. You got Lauri Markkanen still. You got Ace Bailey, so your wings are going to be covered. You got Isaiah Collier from USC from last year. Keontae George. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of young talent. They actually got the Williams brother, Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
That we saw win the championship. His brother plays with him, Cody, but he's been playing horribly. But you know, he like 2-3 years ago he was a projected number 1 overall pick. But they got a lot of young talent with the Jazz. I think Ace Bailey can put them on the map. At least what they needed with Ace Bailey is we get eyes on our team now. Because whether you like him or don't like him, you're gonna watch.
Most exciting pick, not named Cooper Fleck.
Truth be told, I'm gonna keep it real. Probably Dylan Harper for real.
Okay.
Probably Dylan Harper. Like in my personal opinion, you know, I'm a North Carolina.
He's got a good situation.
I'm a North Carolina fan, so I got to speak the truth. You never take big men from Duke, for real.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I cannot be wrong, absolutely. Have I been wrong for the majority outside of Tatum and Paolo? Nah. It's a pretty accurate statement. So he was a great college player. We're talking about Cooper Flag, but he got to show me. I'm living like that. But Dylan Harper, a real point guard, you know what I'm saying? Heights, 6'5", 6'6", you know what I'm saying? Downhill scorer, get to the cup, all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And moving on for the draft, free agency. What would you say is your favorite move in free agency so far? I'll say mine's afterwards. You first.
I mean, we're gonna say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always an advocate for Kevin Durant, no matter what. I have been, you know, from the time he was with before the Thunder. We talk about the 1 year in Seattle. Like from Texas, I've always been a Kevin Durant fan. That's been my favorite player because my team has been shitty the majority of that time.
Yeah.
So he's been my favorite player. So it's got to be Kevin Durant.
Okay.
You know
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I'm with that.
I'm going to try and withhold my excitement. I just feel like, you know, as long as we all understand and see the most likely outcome of us being again a top 2 seed, us being able to to now execute in the clutch consistently. People forget how good KD is on defense. People often are numb to how good he is on offense.
Listen, I be knowing.
I just want to see what it looks like when he got everything he needs. I keep saying he got a humble, young Westbrook version in Amon Thompson, who's not going to want the last shot, but he will make the right decision if given the ball in that situation.
Yeah, I got a lot of young talent for you add that to KD.
Would you reach for the freak?
Brother, ooh.
Greek freak.
Brother, ooh, what is he saying? That was wild. No, if you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, oh, okay, yeah. I feel like everybody, if you have the assets, you try to make a trade for that. Yes, absolutely.
I feel like we still got enough assets to try and make it home.
If you try to get the most back that you can, if I'm the Bucks and I know, Damian Lillard's not gonna be there, we're gonna be contending for a number 1 pick probably next year. If a trade does go, I want Amon Thompson because he's gonna be a star, guaranteed.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a star. So some form of picks of other players.
Well then, sorry Giannis, you gotta stay where you at. I'm not giving up on my Thompson.
I'm just saying,
not doing it. Won't do it. Can't do it.
It's the West. You know what I mean?
We already gave it up Jalen. Houston might riot.
That was a waste anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say it's a waste. He did a lot of good.
He's a good player on a bad team, and it's a lot of those in the NBA. A lot of good players on a bad team. You see your man Jordan Poole, he get traded again. You know what I'm saying? Useless.
Yeah. I was about to ask you, what's your favorite trade?
I mean, again, Kevin
But
Durant.
outside of that, because we all know that's the best trade.
It's only been a couple. I'll probably say getting CJ McCollum out of New Orleans.
Okay,
because
I'll
say that.
All right, then what's your favorite?
I like CJ McCollum.
Who's your favorite signing or your favorite deal or extension? Because I love the Kyrie extension, me personally.
Yeah, I feel like that was a smart, safe move for Kyrie.
You got a big bag.
Yeah, you get a big bag, and you take a little less this year, and then you spread the money out long term, couple years, so you'll be a part of the future. I don't know if I have a favorite because I think free agency literally starts like tonight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So some of it ain't even locked in.
Yeah, so it's so preliminary.
The worst one got to be deal got to be like that Mark Williams deal. Like, why go get Mark Williams?
I mean, I understand why. I like them trading for him. However, I don't like. So it's gonna be one or the other. You don't take a one big man from Duke, by the way, and then trade for another big man from Duke. You know what I'm saying? That do pretty much the same things. That's kind of, but that's the Suns.
And then you gave up a pick that's gonna have value again.
Yeah, and you gave up a first round pick.
To it. 29th gonna be a good.
I feel like the Suns always find a way to have a log jam at the guard position. We seen this years ago when they had Isaiah Thomas, you had Eric Bledsoe, and you had Gordon Dragic. That was like, why do you have all these guards?
You should never let go of the Dragon.
Back to have it, yeah. Dragon was a GOAT, except when he faced Derrick Rose. You know what
I mean, who wasn't? They called it the Derrick Rose flu.
No, but I mean, but he put him on that Summer Jam screen, dunked on him unmercifully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
watch out.
Yeah, it says I hate seeing bad GMs. Like it's a lot of talent going on, like being funneled, but it's a lot of like blah. Like okay, this trade, that trade. It's like I guess.
Are you allowed to call them bad GMs before the season plays out?
We've been having bad GMs for like a decade now, 1,000%. I low key feel like that's why player empowerment has, as far as your free agency destinations, and you have to get okayed for certain trades, is because they realize these GMs ain't shit. Real
rap. You gotta force your way to what you want.
It's only a handful of smart guys. You know what I mean? That aren't fully analytic guys. So
I get that. Because you still need that guy that just knows sports over the person that just knows numbers.
So like somebody like Danny Ainge is the worst kind of GM after the Sixers, because I'm not gonna let talent get by me for real.
Every time y'all make the wrong move.
Even when he was with Boston, he fleeced the Sixers. Like, oh, you want Markelle Fultz? Great, you can trade up to 1, and we'll still take the best player 2 spots back. Thanks.
You see D Wade, he working close with bro, so he gonna learn that magic sooner or later.
Yeah, like he a part owner over there, right?
Yeah,
D Wade, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man.
So
smart basketball players recognize talent, you know what I mean?
And that's what you got to do first. Second, you got to coach them.
Yeah, like.
So I don't know, man. You don't want to say nothing about the Kings?
Just real humbly, from what I've read, they got a couple good players. We got a forward from Colorado State, It showed out decent performances in the tournament.
Okay.
In the college tournament, and we got one of like the top like 30-ish players at like 42. The kid from San Paulo was at Stanford.
Okay.
Big man, like 7'1". So they just
never have
yeah,
enough big man.
They just real under the radar. I'm just glad we be making decent picks. I ain't about to talk.
Yeah, see how it play out, bro. If you discover one, you discover one.
Just gotta let it play out. But
All right. Well, look,
we
man,
here.
I can't complain about that. Would you like to input anything on any other sport, football per se? Anything to say about your bird?
Man, go Birds! And let me put this on wax while I'm putting this on the record while I'm thinking about it. Ty Robinson. I'm not saying that he is going to become this, but his measurables from college into the NFL are exactly to J.J. Watt. I'm not saying he's going to be J.J. Watt, but he's a higher caliber of player than Milton Williams was. And Milton Williams was feasting. He's in New England with a big bag because he played on the other side of Jalen Carter, who's getting double teamed. So this young boy, Ty Robinson, they call him the Vanilla Gorilla. You know what I mean? That's what his nickname is, but he's fast off the line. So I'll see your favorite team soon. You know what I'm saying? All y'all, I'll see y'all favorite teams real soon.
Speaking of
Cowboys
favorite teams,
first. Cowboys first.
Speaking of favorite teams, my favorite team, my favorite white guy on my team, Gunnar Helm. We're gonna put that's my favorite pick.
That's
I'm
a
looking
football
forward.
name.
Yep,
I like football players with football names.
I can't wait to see the guy catch the football. You feel me?
Yeah, I can
You know what I'm
respect
saying?
that. I can respect that.
From the number one pick in that draft, Cam Ward. Cam. Oh, Cam. Anyway, I just wanted to throw it out there that, I feel good about the season.
So since we on it, what's your over/under expectation?
So someone laughed at me when I said 10 wins, but I feel like a bad season would still be double digits of what we had last year. We had 3 wins last year, so I expect the floor to be 6. I expect the ceiling to be 10.
10 is gaudy. I personally feel like if y'all can get to 10, then Cam really is what he was projected to be, or what the front office saw in him. I'll say about like 6 to 8, because the division is so wide open. There's no telling. I mean, you might have Daniel Jones starting for the Colts. I personally feel like the Jags are going to be better than what they were last year. They got the popping OC from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and we got Travis and Brian Thomas Jr. So that's they specialize. Liam did the OC, they specialize in having 2 wide receivers just go feast. So you always got my man CJ Stroud. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So, and they got Nick Chubb in the division now. So you got Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb. So that's going to help out the run game. But it's a wide open division for real.
Okay.
So like I said, 6. I personally think 6 to 8 wins is a decent situation for y'all. If y'all get less than that, I would be surprised. If y'all had less than 6, I would be surprised.
So I'm delusional because I immediately think we're sweeping the division. Yeah, me personally. I feel like Cam's not losing. I say this because I've seen things in my division happen like this before. I saw when Peyton came in and did the whole division dirty for years. I saw when Andrew Luck came in and literally never lost his entire career to us.
Right.
I can see Cam Ward coming in and now reciprocating such things to the rest of the division.
It's like I said, this season we'll have to let it play out.
Speaking of going on wax,
You gotta let it play out.
I want to go on wax and saying I think my man going to be the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards in franchise history.
That's fair. That coaching staff, they saw what he did with Joe Burrow. Even though Joe Burrow, he came from that already. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm projecting anywhere from 25 to 30 touchdowns.
that's cool. I can see that.
I'll be realistic and say 11 interceptions.
I think that's fair because y'all don't have elite running backs, so y'all gonna lean on, they're more receiving backs, so they're gonna be checking it down. And the coaching staff, they want to throw. They threw last year with the mayonnaise man.
Yeah, who himself
You know what
is
I mean?
saying he's approaching the offseason like he's still a starter.
He's not a backup. I mean, when you're a backup, you got to say all the right things. So
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Thought he was Daniel Dimes out this joint.
As it stands right now, he's third. Without throwing a pass, he's probably third in the division. I'll take him over my guy from Florida, Anthony Richardson. But I still like Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, and C.J. Stroud as number 1 overall prospects over Cam Ward. But
There was a stat
the
put
division
up.
is open though.
There was a stat put up that said Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones have literally similar stats. Like there's very similar.
I feel that.
Look, as in touchdown, interception, win ratio. You feel me?
I
Like
feel that.